The new Lexus, I know that's not a Lexus. IS350 is really good, but this is literally the direct competitor, and it's also a lot faster. This is the 2026 BMW 330i with the M Sport package. Get over here. By the way, this is Jaden, the other turbo to my turbo, and this is twin turbo.
But whoa! Where do you get this from?
I found it.
Where?
I don't know, man.
I need to get one too.
BMW is known for their incredibly aggressive, sporty designs, and this 330i is no different. We're looking at BMW's iconic halo headlights. They look amazing, and they really give it that angry look. Next to it, we have a beautiful kidney grille. It is slim, it is sleek, it is much different from the M3, M4, M5 that we have today in this generation, which looks a lot larger, takes up more space, and looks kind of blocky. This is simple, this is skinny, and went on a calorie deficit, and it looks like this. Below that, we have this bar of like gloss black. It looks all right, but they could have done something else there. It's just a whole line of gloss black. I feel like it's just space being used to look like it has something, but there's nothing there. Coming around to this hood, there is two major lines coming down this hood. They're very simple, but it gives the car a very finished, aggressive design.
Here's the first
This 330i has 19-inch rims with a 255 width and 40 series sidewall tire. Now coming up closer, we do have a very unique looking rim design with both chrome and gloss black, as well as your BMW M badge and your red M calipers that come with your M Sport package. Now, I don't really know if this is just me being nitpicky, but I'm not really a fan of the chrome and the gloss black together. I'd rather it just be one solid chrome or one solid gloss black. I don't know, what do you think, Jaden?
I think it should be all gloss black.
Yeah.
Especially in a white car like this. Yeah.
I'm more of a chrome guy, so I would rather just be fully chromed out, shiny as possible. But yeah, tell me what you guys think in the comments below. That's about it for the tires and the rims. Coming along to the side of this car, you have like four major lines. You have your first one that comes across from the front, just plain simple, down the whole side of the car. Your second one is gonna literally fade in from nothingness. It's gonna start right here, and then it goes back to the very, very back tail light of this 330i. And on the bottom, you have one more coming from this little mid-section of the door, down, scooping below to the bottom. And then you have your last one, just in the very bottom, like just my simple last touch. You have full, blackout on the actual window. With your M Sport package, there is no chrome trim. It's just all fully blacked, which is awesome. And that's about it for the side profile of this 330i. I'm going to leave it up to Jaden to talk about the tail of this car.
That's me. You seeing this? This is a masterclass. Look at the back of this. BMW's signature aggressive taillights, perfect for whoever you just gapped. Amazing M package spoiler at the top here. A little small, but sometimes smaller is better. Most cases. This amazing rear diffuser at the back here. Perfect, not too large, not too cumbersome. Perfectly fitted onto the car. An amazing gloss black. Two exhaust. There's something cool about them later though. All right, now say carrying groceries and stuff, can't open this trunk, you're carrying 400,000 pounds of rocks. I'm holding them, very heavy. Take my leg. There we go. What?
So, this trunk has a massive 16.9 cubic feet of storage with folding seats. basically meaning you can fit a lot in here even though it's just a sedan. So under the hood of this 330i, you have a 2-liter turbocharged inline 4-cylinder BMW B48 engine that is cooking up 255 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. This is running an 8-speed automatic transmission with obviously your BMW xDrive, which is all-wheel drive. This car has 28 miles per gallon in the city and 35 on the highway.
So, a little fun fact about this B48 engine, if any of you heard about the B58 engine, that's like this engine's big brother. While this engine is a 4-cylinder, obviously the B58 is a 6-cylinder, and the modding capability is actually pretty similar. They're both some of BMW's most reliable engines. So if you're looking for a BMW car, but are scared of the hype driven about their unreliability, look for a car with either of those two engines. They're also really good for modding, if that's your cup of tea.
But on this one in particular, just as you can clearly see, this says BMW and not M Power, because this is a M Sport package and not an M car. Without the M, you know, there's a big difference in M and M Sport. This is just plain old engine. You're not looking at any extra horsepower here.
Oh, it's exhaust time. All right, guys, ready to hear some exhaust? First off, let's go nice and easy. Let's start it in comfort mode. Comfort mode! Hear that? That's about BMW comfort mode, but if you buy a BMW, are you really driving it for comfort? Let's put it in sport. Hear that? Now that's BMW, all right. Now imagine you got this with xDrive, which means biggest fear of BMW, traction, all fixed.
I'm not even gonna lie, that was basically comfort and then comfort again. I mean, that didn't sound too crazy. You want to get a BMW for, you know, your super loud, you know what I'm saying? That didn't really have the it more just had the and that's okay, but this is not tuned. It's not an M car, it's an M Sport car, and it's just mid, but that's okay because this car has better performance in numbers than you may expect from a base 330i.
This might as well be like a Porsche. Smaller engine, but the numbers don't lie.
No!
All right, guys, we got door handle. We have this really nice latch. I love this instead of the standard door hinges. I feel like we need to move away. Leather, absolute amazing piece of this car. No more plastic like the RAV4. Just leather, 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 plastic. But ambient lighting. All right, moving on a little bit more on the inside. Obviously, these seats, really nice. Ventilation, you get to control it here. We have more leather, obviously. If I didn't show you already, the 2 pockets over there. You got one for a cup holder, one for storage. This center console actually manages to go down. Boom, storage, coffee, and no seat covers. No seat pockets. This is just plastic. Can't put anything in here. But for a entry-level sports car, it's actually pretty damn comfy. I got the pleasure of riding in it myself this morning. Pretty comfy. Now here, let me show you a little secret. Pass this over to me. Now I don't know if you can see it. There's a little latch there. If I think it's latch, the center goes down. Isn't that really cool? Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Bye.
Bye? You ready for the passenger view? Let's get in here. So, immediately, obviously, same door latch. Love this. Ambient lighting, plastic, only on the ambient lighting. This leather, this leather, this, surprisingly, not many cars do this at this price point. Also leather. This, hear that? Unfortunately plastic. This, also plastic. Down here, this is plastic, but this, coated with leather. Wood finish. This is pretty cool. You got wood here. Obviously, got the glove box. Pretty good room. Could fit like 3 Ryans in there.
Man, I said don't bully me.
This air vent's pretty cool. I feel like this is much easier and simplified because you don't have like that little thing you have to flick around. Look, left, right, up, down. Works in every direction. Makes it really simple to direct air on or off of you. Obviously, center console.
But remember, what you're paying your well-valued money for, the second you enter the car,
You got this M! This is pretty cool,
you're
guys.
paying for this letter, this very important motorsports letter.
And to top it all off, weather mats. You know how many cars don't do this? They don't give you weather mats. So you end up buying that brand new car, come one rainy day, that car is no longer brand new. Now, safe and sound. Obviously, seats recline forward, backwards, downwards, upwards, the back, forwards, backwards. Obviously, the other seat would do that as well. The driver also gets special privileges. Now you can see the controls. I'll leave this middle console to Ryan. All right, buddy, your turn.
Okay. In this 330i, you are immediately introduced to your 14.9-inch infotainment screen. But coming back to that infotainment screen, we first have our big, massive, black, round, smooth, girthy BMW M steering wheel with your M branding on the bottom. You have your cruise control, you have your volume controls, your calls, your microphone, your menu, and your tuning. And you also have in the back 2 silver plastic paddles to go up and down the 8-speed automatic transmission. You also have 2 pretty thick, stocks on the side of the wheel. And give me this phone real quick.
Hey.
You also have your lights for your headlights on the side of the car as buttons. They're not part of the stock, they're just regular buttons, which is the first I've seen of that. And in the center here, you have just a lot of wood design. I like it. It's subtle. It's not everywhere. And it looks very luxurious. It literally gives you like a Mercedes touch to a BMW, which is cool. You also have this thing that folds up. There is a wireless charging pad here. You have a USB-A port here. You have 2 cup holders, a 12-volt car charger right here. Coming backwards to your center console buttons here, you have your shifter, which is electronic. You have your reverse, neutral, drive, sequential parking, engine start, stop. These right here are how you select your modes. You have comfort, which is going to be your primary. You're going to have your sport mode, which also allows you to shift right into Sport Plus on the screen. You have 3 sport modes: regular sport, Sport Plus, and your custom sport mode. And you also have your eco mode for your efficient driving. On the right, you have your select the movie button thingy to navigate through all your stuff, which is cool. And you have your parking brake, your auto hold. Coming up here, you have a really nice ambient lighting line like right here. It looks really nice. The ambient lighting is very subtle in this car, and I actually don't like that. I would rather it be a little bit more vibrant. You have it along the sides here. You have it over here, other side. Jaden already showed you the ambient lighting on the door in the back. You have hazards, climate control. You have your tuning here, your volume here. And coming to your massive screen, this side is the dash. We all know that. This side is the infotainment. And this thing has apps, bro. It's got so many apps. It's not even funny. But the most important of the apps are going to be Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and you can also record your drives with an app. You have a built-in Spotify app with your BMW. So you don't have to go into Apple CarPlay or Android Auto just to play your music. You can do it right there on your car if you have Spotify. And in terms of the driver's side interior, that's pretty much it. And just so you guys know, the 0 to 60 on that was 5.4 seconds. So this car has some pickup, considering that this is not that expensive of a BMW.
Only starting at like $48,000. And have you seen the interior? That's a little bit higher than a $48,000 interior, I must say. What do you think?
I mean, it is crazy luxury. It is, at least for me, giving crazy levels of almost Mercedes style luxury.
I have to agree with you. That interior, I didn't even expect that at all coming from a car like this.
So, given this is a $48,000 entry-level BMW sedan with a 0 to 60 of 5.4 seconds and looks gnarly with the M Sport package, let us know, would you get this for your entry-level BMW, or would you just go Lexus and get an IS350?
Either way, they're both very respectable options. So
that's about it from us. We are Twin Turbo, and
let's get out of here.
yeah, we're out.
It's about to start raining.